Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a big topic in retirement planning, annuities. It's a word you've probably heard, but the details can feel, well, a little complicated. So we're going to clear all that up right now. I mean, for a lot of us planning for retirement, this is the question, right? How do you make sure your money lasts as long as you do? Well, that's exactly the problem annuities were designed to solve, to give you a reliable, predictable stream of income when you need it most.
You know, the source material points out there are something like 55 different types of annuities out there. No wonder it's so easy to get overwhelmed, right? But hey, don't worry about that. We're going to cut right through all that noise. Let's just stick to this simple roadmap and focus on what really matters. All right, first things first. What even is an annuity, and what's it supposed to do for your financial future? Let's break it down to the absolute basics. Okay, here's the simplest way to think about it. It's basically a contract you make with an insurance company. You give them a chunk of money, either all at once or over time, and they, in return, promise to send you back a steady stream of income. It's really all about one thing, turning that pile of savings you've built up into a reliable paycheck for your retirement years. All right, so now we get to the first big choice you've got to make. And this is a big one. It's all about picking the engine for your annuity. Basically, how do you want your money to grow? And just how much risk are you comfortable with? So, on one side of the spectrum, you've got the fixed annuity. Super straightforward, you get a guaranteed interest rate. That's it. It's about as low risk as it gets, perfect if you just want predictability, plain and simple. Then, on the complete other end, you have the variable annuity. Here, your money's in the market, which, yeah, means more risk, but it also means the potential for much bigger growth. But what if you're thinking, I kind of want something in the middle? Well, that's exactly what an indexed annuity is for. It's this sort of hybrid option. Your return is tied to a market index, something like the S&P 500. So you get some of that market upside, but with a safety net to protect you from the big downturns. So you see, it really just comes down to where you see yourself on this spectrum. Are you all about the safety and certainty of a fixed annuity, or maybe that balanced approach of an indexed one? Or hey, are you willing to take on more risk with a variable for a shot at those bigger returns? Answering that honestly for yourself, that's a huge step. Okay, so once you've picked your engine, the next big decision is all about timing. It's a really simple question, but it's super important. When do you actually want to start getting paid? And really, you've got two main paths to choose from. First, there's the immediate annuity. You give them a lump sum, and boom, the income checks start coming, usually within a year. Then you have the deferred annuity. With this one, you put your money in, you let it grow for a while, that's the deferred part, and then you turn on that income stream sometime down the road. Okay, so we've got our engine, we've got our timing. Now we get to the fun part, customizing it. And we do that by adding these optional features called riders. This is where you can really tailor the whole thing to fit your life. And honestly, the car analogy here is perfect. See, riders aren't some totally new kind of annuity. They're just add-ons, enhancements. You pay a little extra to add them to your contract, just like you would for heated seats or a better sound system in a car. You just pick and choose the ones that make sense for you. Now, these first couple of riders, they go right after some of the biggest fears people have about retirement. That GLWB, that's a guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefit, it does exactly what it says. It guarantees you an income for life, even if your account balance goes to zero. Huge peace of mind, right? And then the COLA rider, that's for cost of living. It helps your payments go up over time, so inflation doesn't eat away at your spending power. Then there are other riders that are all about protecting the people you care about. The return of premium rider is a big one. It basically makes sure that if you pass away early, your family gets at least your original investment back. Nothing is lost. And the spousal continuation rider, that just makes it super easy for your spouse to take over the contract without any hiccups. It can be a real lifesaver during a tough time. And this is where planning gets really practical for life's curveballs. These waivers are all about giving you financial flexibility when you need it most, like during a health crisis. So if you end up needing long-term care in a nursing home or get a terminal diagnosis, these features let you get to your money without paying those hefty penalties. It just takes one huge worry off your plate. All right, we've talked about the engine, the timing, and all the custom options. So let's pull this all together and boil it down to what really matters when you're looking at all this. So this is probably one of the biggest questions we hear. What is the safest type of annuity? And it makes sense, right? Especially if you're getting close to retirement, you can't afford to gamble with your nest egg. You just want something solid. Well, the source material is pretty clear on this. If safety and predictability are your number one absolute top priorities, then a fixed annuity is generally considered the most secure route. You know exactly what you're getting and when you're getting it. No surprises.
So look, forget all those 55 different marketing names you might see out there. It really, truly boils down to just these three core choices. 1, pick your engine, how you want it to grow. 2, pick your timing, when you want the money. And 3, pick your features, the riders you actually need. You get those 3 things right for you, and you've pretty much cracked the code. And all of this really leads us to the final and maybe the most important question you can ask yourself. Because the right choice, or even deciding if an annuity is right for you at all, it all comes down to your answer to this one thing. If you can answer this for yourself, honestly, you'll have a much clearer idea of what path to take. It's really the best first step you can take toward building a retirement with real peace of mind.